Hi guys, welcome back to Martin's Vinyl. Right, do you keep multiple copies of the same record? Do you have 2 or maybe more copies of the same record? If so, why? I'm trying to start a thread. I've never started a thread before in the vinyl community, but this is my first attempt. So I'd love for anyone in the vinyl community to join in, because I'm very curious. Because I have a bunch of records that I'm going to show you in a minute. But I'd love to know what you have in your personal collection. Me personally, I've been collecting records quite strongly for about a decade now, and I can't help but notice in my collection that I'm starting to get some records that are the same. Well, almost the same. I'm going to explain why I have more than one copy of the same record. But I'm trying to encourage and inspire you guys, the vinyl community, to make the same video and explain why you have more than one copy of the same record. There's many branches or ways you can answer this. Is it because you're an audiophilist and you have your original first press record, but then there was a better sounding record that you needed in your collection? Do you have a signed copy? Maybe it's framed on the wall, but you also have another copy that you play. Do you have a first original press, but there was a reissue with bonus tracks, or a unique box set that you wanted, or there was a special record store day reissue? Did your record come out on a unique coloured vinyl and you needed to have that in your collection? Let me know. If you're a vinyl community member, make your video and explain your reasons. I would love to know. Just tag me in your video, that'd be great. Or just leave a comment. You don't have to make a video, just leave me a comment of all the multiple copies of one record and the reasons why. Right, I'm going to show you my examples now of the same record I've got more than one copy of. Let's do it. Right, the first records I want to show you is what inspired me to make this video and start this thread. This is the band Dust. Dust are an incredible power trio band from America. They play blues rock, hard rock, metal rock, active in the late 60s, early 70s. I love this band. Now this came out in 1971 on the Kama Sutra label, and me as a collector, I love finding those original first presses, but what really tickles my collector's bone is finding an original first press from where the band is from. So this is the first original press from America. Great, happy, don't need another copy. But I couldn't resist picking up this record. Again, this is Dust. This is the first their debut album, again, like that one, but this is the first UK press. And I'm guessing you're wondering why I wanted to pick this up if I already got a first press. Well, not only is this the first UK press, this one came out in 1971, this one came out in 1972. So why would I want to have this one? Well, this is actually a BBC Library copy. I don't know if you can see the sticker there, and it's written on the back. This is a BBC Gramophone Library copy. So this is a copy that they laid out to radio station DJs to promote the record and play the record for whatever reason, to promote it, to document it, whatever. So this is a very unique copy. So I couldn't resist picking this one up. And not only that, this one is a lot more common in America. You can probably find this one not too difficult and these average out between £40, $40 maybe over there, which isn't too bad. But this copy, regardless it's a BBC Library copy, these average out for £100 over here, and I got this one very cheaply. So it's which copy would you keep? For me, I want to keep both. And the great thing is they both sound great, and it's an amazing album. If you haven't checked Dust out, check them out. If you're a hard rock fan, Dust is a must listen. Check it out. Okay, next up I've got Freedom. Freedom's debut album. If you don't know, they are an English psychedelic rock band active in the late 60s, early 70s. They were founded by members of Procol Harum. They toured with the likes of Black Sabbath and Jethro Tull and James Gang. So if you liked any of those bands that I just mentioned, which I'm sure you do, you definitely love Freedom. Now, this is a 1970s first UK press on the, Probe label. Only problem I find with this record, I give it a VG rating. There is crackles and pops and snaps on this record, but not enough to, like, put me off listening to it altogether. But it's there. And I picked this one up quite cheaply when I found it, as clean copies of this first press of this can go as high as £100. So I grabbed this one as well. Now, this is the same record, as you can see, but as you can see, this is much cleaner. This isn't a first UK press. This is a reissue on the Karma label. Now, Karma do great reissues and great sounding reissues, so I can listen to this record and enjoy it a lot more. It's a much better listening journey. It's really good listen. It's a fantastic album altogether anyway. But I can't seem to let go of this one, because it's the first UK press and they're very hard to get your hands on. So I keep this because it's the collector in me that wants to keep hold of this. I will, if I ever find a much better copy of a first UK press, then I'll definitely sell it. But in the meantime, I'm keeping hold of this until I find a better sounding. I'll sell both if I find a better first UK press, because that's the collector in me. But in the meantime, I'm finding it very hard to let it go for now. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm being stupid, ridiculous, or whatever. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, next up we have got ZZ Top Rio Grande Mud. Don't have to explain who ZZ Top are, but I will explain how much this record means to me. I've been after this record for a very, very long time. I know reissues are very cheap and easy to find, but I always want the first original presses, which this is. This is a UK first press on the London label. Took me many, many years to find a good clean copy in my price range, because they can sometimes be quite expensive. But on my recent trip to America, I found a first US copy. And not only is it a first US original press on the London label again, but it's on blue, as you can see. It's a promo copy. Now, so I have two copies. One's the first original promo, and one's the first UK press that took me forever to find. American copies, even the first ones, are very, very cheap. Even if they're promo, they're very, very cheap. You can probably get a good, decent copy for £20, $20 range. First UK presses that are clean, they can go as high as £50 to £60. I know money means nothing in the long run. It all means your personal taste and what you want. So that doesn't really matter. But what did matter is the length and time it took me to find this one. So I'm finding out, if you were going to sell one, which one would you sell? I know there's a lot of talk about what's the better sounding pressing. My system doesn't really pick it up. I'm not really a pure audiophilist. All I know is that records are the best format to listen to music on. So in that case, which one would you keep? Which one would you sell? I want to keep both. You let me know. Okay, almost the same situation as ZZ Top. I have a first UK press of Spooky Tooth, The Last Puff, on the Pink Island label. If you don't know who Spooky Tooth are, they are an English blues rock psychedelic band active in the late 60s, early 70s again. But from 1971 this album came out. As you know, I like to find first UK presses from where the band is from. So first UK press from where the band is from. But I've also got this copy. This is a first US press, but again, it's a promo copy, as you can see, a promotional copy, not for sale. Both of them aren't expensive. You can get both very, very cheaply. If you could sell one, which one would you sell? Would you sell the first UK press, where the band is from, or would you sell the unique fact that that's a promo copy from America? they're not expensive. So the collector in me is like, keep them both. Which one would you sell? Okay, next up we have got Nazareth, Expect No Mercy from 1977. Don't know who Nazareth are. They're a fantastic hard rock, blues rock band from Scotland. They've been active since the late 60s. This is from 1977. This is the first American promo copy. You can see the white label there. It does say on the top there, not for sale. And then I believe there is a sticker at the bottom that says not for sale. So it's a white label promo from America. Oh my goodness, I can't get it back in. But I have another copy, but this is a bit different. This is the same album, Expect No Mercy from Nazareth, different cover. This is a promo also from America, but this is a promo sampler. This was gifted to me from Bob Ham. He's got his own YouTube channel. Check him out. He knew how much I liked Nazareth, and he gifted me this record. Thank you very much, Bob. But the difference is that this is a sampler, and these were sold at a reduced price to help fans preview the album before it came out. So you could buy this for a fraction of the cost and listen to a couple of tracks. So it's not the full album, but kind of give you like the big hit and a couple of extra tracks to entice you to buy the full album. So very unique thing. I don't have many samplers in my collection, so very happy to add this one to my collection as I'm a big Nazareth fan. Okay, next up I've got my favourite album of all time. This is White Stripes' Elephant. This is a record that started it all for me. My musical journey, my vinyl journey, everything is all because of this album. So of course I want a first press. This is a first UK press. For some reason it's a lot darker. And of course when I came across the promo copy of Elephant, of course I'm going to pick it up. Only 500 of these were pressed and handed out to journalists to help promote the record. As we all know, Jack White loves his records, he loves his vinyl. So when he sent out the samples of it to promote the record, he wasn't going to send a digital file or on tape or CD. Of course, he was going to send vinyl. So only 500 copies of these were ever pressed. So very, very happy to have one in my hands. But because it's my favourite record of all time, I don't think I'm going to stop here at 2. There's lots of different pressings you can get of this record now. I would love to get my hands on a first US press, when I do, because it's a much better picture. As you can see, the UK one is very, very dark. But there's a lot of first pressings over in America. There's a couple of them, depending where you're from, where the cover is slightly different. And also in different countries, the cover is slightly different. So I love to start slowly getting my hands on them all. You might think I'm a bit nutter to do that, but it's my favourite album, and I'm pretty sure if you're a record collector and you have your personal favourites, I'm sure you have more than one copy. If you do, don't forget to add that to your video when you make your own personal video. But this is my favourite one. I've only got the 2 for now, but I'm most probably going to keep adding to this one. Right, last one I want to show you is a box set. This is Band of Skulls, Baby Darling Dollface Honey. I got this one not last year, year before, when I went to see the band live. Band of Skulls, if you don't know who they are, they're my local band from Southampton, but they do tour the country and Europe and America. They're quite big. If you haven't heard of them, if you like the Raconteurs with Jack White, then you're like Band of Skulls. This one came out in 2009, and I've been after a first press on vinyl forever because it's one of my favourite albums of all time. And I've been after it, and when I saw this at the merch stand when I went to see them live a couple of years back, I brought it because I was like, I'm never going to find it. And the lead singer guitarist signed it for me. He popped out and he signed it for me. I chatted to him for a bit, and I said I would love to get my hands on the first original press, and he said, well, they're extremely hard to find, and expensive, rare, that he doesn't even have a copy on vinyl. They're that difficult to find. I was like, all right then, so I'm going to have to settle with a box set. It's a great box set. It's got a lot of added CDs and live performances and bonus tracks. I'm very, very happy with this. But when I went on my trip to New York this year, I managed to find a copy, a first press. And I sent it to the Russell Marsden, who's the lead singer and guitarist of Band of Skulls, and he shared it on his Instagram page, which is great. So now I have two copies of it. I'm very happy to have a first original press, and I don't think I'll sell this box set purely because I've listened to all the added stuff, and all the added stuff sounds great. And in addition, it's signed as well, so I'm not going to let those go. Right, that's it. Now it's your turn. Like I said, I'm returning this to a thread, so please make your own videos or just leave a comment if you keep your own multiple copies of the same record and that this isn't a ramblings of a madman. Let me know. I'll speak to you all very soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.